Alrighty, folks, we are ready to rock here. Matt Young and Greg Jockham's here with you, and we're having a few technical difficulties, I think. So we do apologize for that, and we'll try and obviously give you the visuals for tonight.
Oh, this is good. Test.
Test.
Oh. Sorry. I can hear you. Let's go ahead. Hopefully we'll see if they can hear us. Game just started.
We'll get through it, folks. Happy New Year. Yep. Of course, we're getting kind of everything set up right now, but it's the Huskies up 2-0 with the ball here, taking on the Mount Royal. Coming to this game, the Huskies 6-2. The Mount Royal Cougars 7-3 to start the season. So not much separating these two teams in the standings. So obviously a big game for the Huskies and the Cougars as well. As losing the handle on that one was Andrea Toby. The Huskies get it back across court pass. That one put up and no good. It doesn't go through, but Mount Royal is going to take over. Coming up through now is Janika Martins. She has it, gets it back over to Luca, who tries to dump it in there. That one doesn't go. It's going to maintain Mount Royal ball.
Well, both teams have started off very aggressive defensively, hands on the ball, lots of hands in passing lanes, and both teams seem to be playing very aggressive both sides of the ball.
The three-point shot doesn't work. Back outside the line, it comes to Lawler. Now back over to Luca, moving inside, cross-court pass from outside the line. That one's off the mark. It doesn't quite go through, but Mount Royal gets it back. Here's Luca right there. That one's intercepted that time by Anamelda. And now we have a whistle here with 8:33 to go here in the first quarter. And Greg Jocham, some early thoughts, I guess, from you on this one.
Well, like I mentioned just a bit earlier, both teams have been playing very aggressively. They're both picking up full court here, even though it's a little bit soft. Player-to-player defense. I think both teams are looking to get turnovers and get out and run on the fast break.
Big Courtney Primo with it. Now a shot from the outside, and that one doesn't go from Logan Reeder. She's usually pretty accurate. Came into the game with 42% three-point percentage so far on the season. That time couldn't get it to go, and now Mount Royals got it once again. Only basket so far coming from the roadside, going for another one, and that one is good. Off the hands of Janika Martins, who comes into this one averaging 16 points a game. She puts 2 on the board, and it's a 2-2 tie, but the Huskies come right back. Anamelda sinks that one, and now it's a 4-2 lead for the Saskatchewan Huskies. Saskatchewan comes in winners of their last 6. They lost their first 2 games against Calgary, then won 6 in a row, and now start the season with a pair against Mount Royal.
Both teams are moving the ball really well. They have their posts up, playing in the high post, which creates a lot of driving lanes and cut lanes to the basket, which when the defense collapses, opens up the three-point line. Their styles of play are both very similar to start the game. Both teams want to shoot the ball well from outside and also try and get to the hoop.
As we see, Jamie Lawler puts that one down, so tack another one on for the Mount Royal Cougars. These teams fairly evenly matched. You'd probably give the Huskies the edge, maybe in experience, but these two teams fairly evenly matched in the conference. As that underneath pass is pretty nice. Andrea Dodig, who's played 8 games so far this year, and all 8 the Huskies have played, and she sinks 2 more for Saskatchewan, but right back the other way come the Mount Royal Cougars. A fast transition. We'll get a whistle to go.
Big challenge for any team playing the Huskies, keep Gage Grasick in front of them. She's a great penetrator like we saw in the last play and created an easy layup for her teammate.
The shot from outside the line, is that one good for 3? It looks like it, yes. So the first 3-pointer of the game comes in favor of Mount Royal, and we're tied at 6 here in this first quarter. Huskies Passing it around, now it's Gage Grassick with it. Of course, classic Gage Grassick, always tough to stop. Now a cross-court pass over to Melda. Here's Dodig with it, trying to get through and can't quite do it. It's going to be Mount Royal ball. Good job by Mount Royal not letting her in there.
I think Tomitis is not too happy with the extra contact that wasn't called on that drive. I might have saw a foul in there, but the refs didn't see that. Full court pressure out of both teams. Both teams seem to want to play pretty fast, which is going to be a high-scoring game and fun to watch.
Right now with it outside the line is Ajayi, and getting it over to Lawler again. Now passes it over to Hooper, and that one is good. Maddie Hooper for Mount Royal. She had 21 points in a game earlier this year against Trinity Western. Puts 3 down the drain, and it's a 9-6 Mount Royal lead over the Saskatchewan Huskies.
Mount Royal's really looking for Hooper at the three-point line, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as the game goes. She's hit 2 so far early here, and she's definitely a player that they want to see the ball go to when the Husky defense collapses.
Maddie Hooper, the 5'10 guard in her 5th year. Her hometown is actually in Perth, Australia. Previously played for Corrine Senior High School. But at the free throw line right now for the Huskies is Andrea Dodig, and she puts that one down. So it's 9-8 at the moment here in the first quarter. Lawler with it once again, and Mount Royal moves up very quickly. One-on-one with Gage Grassick. Getting it over to Donnelly now. Switches it over to Luca. Now tries to get it inside. She does. Now back outside to Donnelly. Clock at 3. They got to get it off. Hurry up. And buzzer sounds.
Shot clock violation. Husky ball.
And good tight pressure by the Huskies, not allowing any lanes and forcing Mount Royal to give up the ball.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. There was middle penetration. They closed that off quickly and then recovered on the kick out.
Gage Grassick, the 4th-year player from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, with the ball for the Huskies. From 3, and that one's off the mark. Went off the front of the rim. Back the other way comes Ajayi. Donnelly with it. Getting it over to Luca. Now tried to get it down to Ajayi again. Passes over her head, so Huskies going to take over courtesy of Taya Damang.
Mount Royal's already used 2 different defenders against Gage Grassick, so clearly they're trying to wear her out and keep somebody fresh on her the whole game.
Well, I think any team that's going to face the Huskies, if you're going to win, you got to keep an eye on number 5. That's what they're trying to do right now. Here's Grassick, dodges one, now gets it over to Taya Damang, and nice layup for number 4, getting her first couple of points of the game. Great job by Taya Damang, and it's 10-9. Huskies back in front here in the first quarter. Shot there coming off the hands of Jamie Lawler, no good. The whistle, I didn't see the call.
Jump ball, Mount Royal. Huskies got possession at the start of the game, so Mount Royal's ball on the first tie-up of the game.
Here's Lawler with it. Inbounds it, and Damang, it looked like, with a little bit of contact there on...
That was on Damang, away from the ball.
Ramsumir. So Janessa Ramsumir into the game for Mount Royal. One of the taller players on the team. Mount Royal lists 4 players at 6 feet or more. 5 players at 6 feet or more, and Janessa Ramsumir is one of them. Now inside to Ajayi.
Another tie-up.
Loses it.
Very important for Mount Royal in terms of their game plan to not turn the ball over and to take good shots, because the Huskies thrive on the other team turning it over and taking quick, hurried shots, because they get out in transition, which opens the court up for their shooters and their drivers.
Right now with it, it's Olivia Harm getting it back over to Gage Grassick. Grasick from just outside the paint, now to Thea Demong inside. Feeds it down over to Andrea Dodig, and she's right there to put 2 more down. So Andrea Dodig and Thea Demong with a nice play there, and the Huskies open up their lead to 3. 4:16 to go here in the first quarter. Matt Young, Greg Jockums, the rest of our crew here on Canada West TV, bringing you this action live from the pack on the campus of the University of Saskatchewan for 3, and that one is good. Getting the basket that time was Asha Donnelly. A perfect shot from beyond the arc, and we are tied at 12.
There'll be a challenge for Mount Royal all game to deal with that high ball screen, which Gage Grasick is involved in, and how are they going to defend that? Are they helping, supporting, switching, trapping? They've done a little bit of both here early on in the game.
Alexis Evans into the game now for Mount Royal. Here's Olivia Harm. Now over to Flindall, now back to Harm. She tries to get it to go, can't quite do it. Winds up in the hands of Haley Lawler coming back the other way. Number 5 on number 5 right now for these two squads. She feeds it inside and trying to get the layup to go, but can't quite do it that time. Was Janika Martins. That one's good for 3, and Mount Royal, 2. Just off the mark for a 3-pointer, so 14-12 Mount Royal leads. With 3:20 to go here in this first quarter. Couple lead changes so far. Thea Demong with it now outside the line. Feeds Flindall now for 3, and this one is no good. But can the Huskies put it away? Flindall with it. Can't quite get the basket to go. Good effort there from Maya Flindall to try and get the rebound and get it to go down, but couldn't quite do it.
Both teams are playing really very aggressive. It's a really well-played game so far. Shooting the ball well, both teams, crashing the boards. Ball movement on offense is impressive out of both teams.
Here's Andrea Dodig with it. Now to Courtney Primo, and Courtney Primo can't get that one to go, and Mount Royal's going to come up with it. A chance to expand their lead here if they can do it. Now here's Hooper. Back over to Luca, and whistle goes right there. And that's going to be in favor of the in favor of the Saskatchewan Huskies.
That's Courtney Primo, good position defensively, and took the charge.
Yeah, you can see it right there on the replay. So here's Andrea Dodig to take it up for Saskatchewan. Off the pass, here's Flindall, and that one's off the mark. Can't quite get it to go for 3. It's going to be Mount Royal ball, as they say Saskatchewan knocked it out. So 2:30 to go, and the Cougars have a chance to extend their lead a little more. We haven't seen a lead any bigger than 3 points, or 4 points, sorry, so far today. And the Huskies.
Not a hugely high score, but a lot of the ways that Mount Royal has been scoring, they've been able to get to the basket off of that high post catch, and then Huskies losing cutters to the rim. And then if they are able to track down those cutters or drives to the rim off that high post catch, there's been some 3-point shooting that's been open. So I think the movement of Mount Royal has given the Huskies some difficulty in terms of their defensive strategies to try and contain, get turnovers, and get some runouts.
Yeah, you think so far Mount Royal has actually had a few opportunities to expand their lead above 2 points. They haven't been able to do it. That's a testament to the Huskies defense not giving up too many points on some of the turnovers that they've had so far. I think if you're Mount Royal, you're probably fairly satisfied with how this first quarter is going, or what do you think they could do better?
Yeah, I think we see 5 fouls on the board. They want to do less fouling because they don't want to get the Huskies to the free throw line too early or get into foul trouble. But they're going to have to score the ball to win this game, so they have to stay aggressive offensively and keep attacking.
Maddie Hooper is going to inbound it in. She's got it once again for 3 points, and Maddie Hooper just off, but Mount Royal gets it back. Fighting for it there is Alexis Evans with Courtney Primo. Whistle goes, and this is going to be Saskatchewan ball. So Thea Demong is going to inbound it in for the Huskies over to Gage Grasick, who, by the way, leads the conference in assists so far this season. Over to Andrea Dodig. Now back to Logan Reeder, over to DeMong. Here's Reeder outside the line for three. Ball bounces up off the back of the rim and goes out. It's going to be Husky basketball.
That's a good set play there to get Reeder a nice look at a three-pointer, and those ones she's makes 40%, so that's a good shot, make or miss.
Into the game is Megan Wellinghurst for the Mount Royal Cougars. She checks in there. Huskies have it right now. Here's Gage Grassick in the paint. Over to Reeder, and that one's off the mark. Grassick trying to get it. Primo gets a hold of it. She tries to put it up, can't quite do it the first time. Whistle goes, and it looks like it's going to be at least one free throw attempt, I think.
Yep, foul on the way up. I believe 2 shots was the call. Primo worked for nice position, got blocked on the first one, got her miss back, and was fouled on the second take.
She's 69% from the free throw line coming into this game so far this season. She misses on that one. We'll try and convert here on the second attempt to pull the Huskies within one, and that one is good. So Courtney Primo goes 1 for 2 on the free throw line there. By the way, interesting stat for Courtney Primo. So far, doesn't have a three-pointer so far this season. Mind you, you won't see her take a lot of three-point shots.
Yeah, I think with the number of shooters that the Huskies do have, that's not one of the things that she needs to be looking to do.
But Maddie Hooper wants to get more of those. That's her second three-pointer of the game, and she puts Mount Royal up by 4. Now Saskatchewan trying to come back. Tatum on puts 2 more back on the board. 17-15 with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. And Maddie Hooper seems to be feeling it. Got the hot hand from the three-point mark right now. As Jamie Lawler looking for someone to pass to. One-on-one with Gage Grassick. Here's a shot. That one misses from Janessa Ramsumer. And now Huskies come back the other way quickly. DeMong look for Primo for just a moment. And is she going to get caught on a travel? I'm not sure. Yes, no. It looks like she will.
Yeah, traveling. Since the timeout, the Huskies have really come out trying to push the ball hard. I think they weren't happy with the 12 points that they had put up in the first 8 minutes of the first quarter, and they've really been pushing the ball hard.
Look at this, a turnover right there, Gage Grassick for 3 points, and can't get it to go, but going after her own rebound, she can't quite get it, and now it's Lawler that's going to grab it, come back the other way quickly for Mount Royal. She's stripped to the ball, and back the other way come the Huskies, and I think Grassick should have slowed things down a little bit here. Going to try to make a move. She has a wide open shot to the net and drains 2 more, and the Huskies have tied it up.
Yeah, Gage has a great feel for the game, and she knows when she needs to score, and she knows when she needs to set up her teammates, and she knows when she needs to dive on the floor and create some energy for her team. She's a consummate leader, and obviously as she goes, this team goes. Averages
16 points a game for the Huskies so far this season, so one of the top point getters for Saskatchewan, and obviously every time she's on the court, visiting teams are going to have to keep an eye on her. Now, right now, the buzzer has just sounded, so we are through the first quarter. They put 0.3 back up on the clock. Okay, we had a commercial break that we are going to run, but they put 0.3 seconds back on the clock.
It was a foul right essentially at the buzzer.
It must have happened right there, yeah. So they got to get the free throws off, and they do, and that's going to do it. The Huskies going to inbound it in for 0.3 seconds. There you have it. So that's the end of the first quarter, folks. Hey, everybody's got a little rust on them. It's back in January. We all had that big turkey dinner. We're ready to go now, though. After the first quarter of play, the Saskatchewan Huskies taking on the Mount Royal Cougars right now. A pretty tight one here at the Pack. We will be back in just a few moments following this message from BioSteel.
For 65 years, we've sown the seeds of Saskatchewan's innovative nature.